Alright, so this is Mystery Dungeon! This one's hilarious. Like, it's not an episode that's like, oh wow, where the story went and everything. I mean, it's brilliant, but just the slapstick in it, and these characters surprisingly working pretty well off each other, honestly. It's Ice King, Shelby, is that right? Tree Trunks, Lemon Grab, I always forget
Nectar.
Nectar, yeah.
BMO, but not.
Yes, not BMO. Are all trapped in this room. I thought it was going to be sort of like a 5 strangers looking for an exit and searching for an exit. Was that? Yeah, I thought it was going to be like the Twilight Zone episode, especially because you see in the opening the hand with the little puppets on it. But it's not. It's them going through this weird dungeon, trying to get through, and all these various kooky things that they come across. And finally, at the end, you figure out that the Ice King actually kidnapped them all, knocked them out, and he needed them to get through this dungeon because it was this Magi? Is that what you say?
Magi.
Magi, who anything you throw in there will come to life. And he brings his Fiona and Cake fan fiction, hoping the characters will come to life. He throws the book in, and just the book comes to life with arms and hands, even the little cartoon gloves on.
And it sounded a lot like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Oh, guys, oh! And they find an exit. Finn and Jake are in it for like a moment. They just see them escape. And then the Ice King closes his eyes, and he says, "Oh, you can exist in the world of imagination, Fiona and Cake," and you just see them watching him, and...
Is anyone more sad than the Ice King right now?
Oh.
Me, watching this right now.
Yeah.
Brilliant last line. So, I mean, it's like, the setup's like kind of funny. It's like, okay, whatever, just sort of, let's see what happens when we throw these characters together. But it is pretty funny, and the characters are good, but it's the slapstick. The slapstick in this one is so good. The rat coming out, Lemon Grab yelling, punching it, and then eating the pie that's inside. Using Tree Trunks as the bait, and just the way the thing comes up and eats her, and then her cutting her way out.
Well, actually, what I love about that part is, of course, it's supposed to be Shelby as the bait, and he's like, I know what we can do. And then it's Tree Trunks, and it's like, wait a minute.
But he came up with it still.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay,
but that's what I love, is that Shelby's like, you know what, yeah, I know exactly what to do. Screw that, I ain't doing it, though.
And, yeah, just the timing of the violence on this one I just thought was so funny, and I think having all these characters that in their own way, with the exception of maybe Shelby, in their own way, they're all kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But they're entertainingly annoying. I know you don't like Tree Trunks.
Yeah. And actually, that's one of my favorite damn things in this episode.
It's where she gets eaten.
No, where she's sitting there, blah, 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 I'm old and senile. I'm going to ramble on forever. Hey! And everyone just stops paying attention to her. Notice, everyone's just kind of like, whatever. And Ice King's right, and he's like, oh, wait, what's she saying?
But, no, see, okay, you know what it is? When I was growing up, I used to hate Grandpa Simpson on The Simpsons, and now he's one of my favorite characters because I love hearing the rambling. So I'm almost wondering if I saw this as a kid, would I hate Tree Trunks? Because I might be like, oh, come on, she's slowing down the action, everything's coming to a halt for her, but yeah, now it's just, she's so bizarre in her own little world, she just cracks me up, and I love how everything does just stop whenever she's talking so slowly about it, and the sentence and the sentence never seems to end. Just when you think it ends, it keeps going, and it cracks me up. But I can easily see how that'd be annoying too, but it kills me. So yeah, no, I thought it was really funny.
Oh my god, the lemon grab. First of all, again, I know we keep saying it all the time. He should be annoying, but he's not. There's just something about Lemon Grab, that voice, the most annoying voice, but the funniest voice. But I have to say, the rat scene is probably my most favorite scene ever. Ever in the history of ever. It was funny enough when he just did the whack. Because I didn't expect him to just like whack this rat and like, boom, the rat's dead. That was funny enough. He just like, I can't, he just grabs it and he sticks his face and he's eating it, and it's just ridiculous and gross and horrible and so good. And I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know there are times where I get so hungry I could probably
You could punch a rat and eat out of its mouth.
probably just eat out of a rat's mouth.
You put a ring on it.
Damn it.
And that's why you should always feed me, always.
Or she will punch you and eat whatever's in your body, apparently, through your mouth.
I can't get over that scene. I don't know why. It's just...
I think if you explain it, like, you know, it's kind of funny, but seeing it with these characters and with them constantly screaming and things just coming out, and none of them are ever quiet about anything. They're just always screaming. They're screaming their own way, or they're overreacting their own way, and just when that rat comes up for him to scream, just punch him while he's still screaming. Even though we have the mouth, I think he's still screaming. Even while he's eating, I think he's still screaming. And I always think to myself, okay, this is going to be the episode where I'm finally going to find him annoying. I'm finally going to be like, okay, Lemon Grab has finally worn out his welcome, but it's like, damn it, he's still so funny. There's a part of me that legitimately wants to hate him, because something just seems off balance about the universe that I find this guy so funny, but he really is just so hilarious. It's just something about the delivery that maybe there's an episode where he overstays, but not yet. I haven't seen it yet. He still cracks me up.
Well, I love in the beginning when he first wakes up and he starts saying what's on the wall. And he's just like twisting his head around, and they're like, "What are you saying? Words on the wall? They are wall words."
Yes.
Like
that was good. Wall words, yeah.
Like he has his own dialogue, or not dialogue, his own
way of saying things.
Yeah, like everything. He has his own dialect, I guess you could say. Like he has his own wall words. They're not just words; they're wall words. I mean.
And he's so convicted, it has to sound epic when he says the wall words!
Yeah. I loved with Nectar, when they're like crawling and he's like sitting there trying to explain to Ice King that, no, you're my poppy and all that stuff. Oh, she can make pies. I can make pies too. Don't you remember, Pop? Oh, look over there! Yeah. I mean, poor little Nectar doesn't, know what's going on. Yes, Cat.
Nectar's the only one that there's nothing wrong with him, but there is always something I'm like, oh, he's
appropriately pathetic.
Yeah, I always sort of see him like, no, okay.
Because everyone forgets about him.
Maybe that is, like the idea. It's like just he is kind of forgettable, so when he pops up, I'm like, oh, but it's like, he never does anything bad or wrong. There's nothing really wrong with him. There's just... I'm always like, oh, let me see one of the other characters. Come on.
Don't forget what the Lemon Grab did to Ice King. What do you taste like? And you see Ice King's... It's like, lonely.
I like that he zaps off all the hair on him, too.
Oh, yeah. I loved when they're running, and they come to that part where it leads like a spiral staircase going.
You think they're going to jump, and all of them fall.
Yes.
Yeah, just... That was great.
I'm a little disturbed. I want to know how the hell Tree Trunks got Lemon Grab's essence all up inside her so that she could squeeze it all back inside him. That was scary. I like Tree Trunks, and that was creepy.
Now, this is just one of my favorites because of Shelby. Like, everything going on, Shelby was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Tree Trunks does that, and he's like, oh, God, like...
I love Shelby's voice. I have to say, Shelby's voice, really, I don't know why, it just makes it so much funnier.
I think because Shelby, I can't remember if Shelby started off like this, but got progressively more cynical.
Yeah.
And sort of just bluntly saying what he's saying. And that last line, you're right. Like, if another person said it, would have been fine, but just hearing that high-pitched voice talking, it makes it even funnier, because you want to hear something really cute instead of something, like, just incredibly mean.
Yeah. Well, no, because the first time I remember him popping up with a line, I'm trying to remember if that's the one it is or not.
Violin?
Viola.
Or Jake's
Viola. That's why one of his children is named Viola.
When
he's wanting to figure out with Finn and Rainicorn, and Shelby pops up and says they should hang out together.
Yeah.
But Shelby's always been kind of like the whole, like, yeah, this is what's going on. Deal with it.
Yeah, and I think, but Shelby, am I right, hasn't had, like, too much screen time.
No, I wanted to have a full episode.
Yeah, so
or
now...
at least half an episode.
Well, this is the closest we have now, and it's like... he is funny interacting off of these other characters. I mean, like you said, I mean, it's just, this is how it is, you know, and I don't care how it sounds, you know, sort of attitude. And, yeah, I think he would have to be around, like, pathetic people, I think is how he would be funny. Like, if he's around...
Tree trunks?
Well, I was gonna say, if he's around Finn and Jake, I don't think, like, it could still be funny, but it won't be as funny as if you team him with Ice King or something like that. You know, just something where he can directly, you know, say, you're an idiot, you're a moron. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. We give Lumpy Space Princess and Tree Trunks entire episodes. Why can't we give one to Shelby?
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
You know?
I would be okay with that.
So, yeah, no, I thought it was really funny. I thought, just, like I said, the slapstick was great. The teaming of these characters surprisingly worked. I was actually thinking to myself, okay, this is either going to be great or I am going to hate this episode.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. And a lot of that is just the character interaction between them. And like I said, really good voice acting with these characters. They're all specifically annoying in their own unique way, but somehow don't legitimately annoy you. They're all actually really funny. So, yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, I love this episode. On a side note, am I the only one I wasn't thinking of Twilight Zone? The first thought that came to my mind was Cube.
Oh, yeah. I hate you,
That's
Cube.
the first thing I thought
What,
of.
the movie?
Yeah, the movie Cube.
Oh, I guess that was sort of the plot. Actually, okay, one other thing I forgot. I was really hoping this was going to segue into a Fiona and Cake episode.
Me too.
Maybe it does.
If it does, that'd be great, because I heard there's at least one more. And because the Fiona and Cake was really, really fun, and I really want to see if that's the next one.
We have to wait till next week?
Or you can stay for one more lousy episode. It's all of like 11 minutes. Because I ain't waiting a week.
Will I stay for one more friggin' episode? Find out if we are in the same clothes.
Yeah.